Okay, so come to your mat, take a nice comfy seat and just start to move around, start to feel into your body, start to let go of the day. You can move however you want to. And as we go through the practice tonight, just make sure you listen to your body at all times. There should never be any pain with yoga. So if there is, gently move out of the posture and rest. And you can rest at any time, take a drink when you want to. When we feel like we've moved enough, we're going to come to a nice seated position. That can be however you feel comfortable, but preferably in Sukhasana if you can. You can rest your hands palms up, palms down, or in Chin Mudra, so whatever feels right for you tonight. Take an exaggerated roll of the shoulders back and down away from the ears, keeping the back nice and tall. And when you're ready, take a big breath in through the nose. Release everything through the mouth. We'll do that 2 more times. Breathe in when you're ready. And release. Last time. And release. And you can allow your eyes to softly close. Begin to breathe in and out through your nose, keeping the back tall, but just allowing those shoulders to relax a little. Closing the eyes, softening the forehead and the jaw. And just taking stock of how you're feeling physically this evening. So as you sit here, maybe with your legs crossed or one foot in front of the other, just notice how the joints are feeling, how those muscles are feeling, how your abdomen and your spine feels, if there's any tension, any aches and pains anywhere. Into the shoulders and the neck, is there any stiffness? Are you feeling pretty good tonight? All the way into the head. And then gently take your attention to your mind and consciously try to release some of the thoughts now. With every exhalation, just imagine you're letting go of one thought at a time. But don't worry if more thoughts arise. We just acknowledge them and then release. Gently bringing some calm to the mind and the body. And then slowly turn your attention to your breathing rhythm and just notice if you're breathing shallow tonight, which might mean you've had a bit of a stressful or a busy day, or maybe you're taking nice big breaths, filling those lungs, filling that belly. And if you need to adjust the breath, then now is the time to do so. And we're going to begin this evening with a pranayama that's designed to help ease anxiety. It brings some calm to the sympathetic side of our body, which tends to be in that fight or flight stage. So what we're going to do in a few moments' time, let's let somebody else in the room. What we're going to do is, with the eyes still closed, we're going to bring your hands up to your nose and take your right thumb, so this should take your right hand up, right thumb against the right nostril, just loosely for now, and then your ring finger against the left nostril. And in a moment, I'm going to invite you to close the left nostril, inhale for 4 through the right, then close the right nostril, exhale for 4 through the left, and then we're going to inhale back through the left, close the left, and exhale through the right, and so on. So get your thumb by your right nostril, your ring finger by your left, close down the left, and inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the right, open the left, exhale 3, 2, 1. Back in 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the left, out through the right 3, 2, 1. Back in 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the right, out through the left 3, 2, 1. Back in 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the left, open the right 3, 2, 1. You can return to normal breath now. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and just take a little movement. Right, let me get rid of these animals. Come on, you. Right. One of you at a time, I think. Right, so staying on your mat, resting your hands on your legs, sitting nice and tall, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to bring the chin to the chest, just stretching out that back of the neck. We're going to inhale when you're ready, back to the center. And this time as we exhale, we're going to drop the head back. It doesn't have to go all the way, just a little. We're going to inhale back to the center. And as you exhale, we're going to turn and look over the right shoulder, gentle twist. Inhale to come slowly back. And then exhale to your left. And inhale back. As you exhale, drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Inhale to come back. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale back. And then we're just going to take some nice head rolls. I'm just giggling because the dog's managed to open the door, so we're back again. And then we're going to change direction with the head rollers coming back round. And then just gently come back to center. I'm going to take some exaggerated shoulder rolls, bringing them all the way up to the ears, down the spine, just to really start to loosen those shoulders up nice and slowly. And then bring it back round in the opposite direction. Bring the hands to the mat when you're ready, staying with the shoulders. As you inhale, let's raise up the right hand. As you exhale, we're going to drop the hand down the spine, bending the elbow, breathing normally. Now we're going to take the left hand around the back. And you might be able to clasp the fingers together or maybe just point in the general direction of one another. But when you've reached your maximum sort of stretch towards one another, sit nice and tall in the spine. Take some big, deep breaths as we really open up those shoulders. And then slowly bring one hand down, followed by the other. Maybe take a little roll of the shoulder. And then bring the hands back down. We're going to inhale the left hand up. Exhale, bring the hand down the spine. Breathing normally, bring the right hand around. One side might be more flexible than the other. Again, sit nice and tall when you're ready. Big, deep breaths. And then release one hand, followed by the other. Take a roll. Bring your hands to the floor again. On your next breath in, we're going to bring the hands overhead into prayer, really stretching that spine to the ceiling. As you exhale, bring the hands down behind the spine, just clasp the fingers together and gently pull open those shoulders. As we inhale, we're going to release, come all the way back up and stir. Let's exhale all the way back down and just lightly pull them open again. One final time when you're ready, inhale to come up. And exhale slowly down. Don't fight. And then inhale to come back to the center, take a little move. Bring your hands to your sides. As you inhale, this time we're going to bring the right hand all the way up and we're going to gently lean over to the left. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring the hand back down. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, bring the left hand all the way over, moving nice and slow. And exhale down. Let's keep that going. Inhale, up and over. And exhale. Inhale, up and over. And exhale. One more on either side. Last time. And exhale. And relax. Take a little roll if you want to. And then we'll move into our twist. So bring your right hand behind you, palm down. Left hand to your right knee. Big breath in when you're ready. And as you exhale, let's turn and look over our right shoulder and just breathe here into the twist. Really good for our spine flexibility, for our chest flexibility. Works that side body as well. We're going to take another breath in. And we're going to exhale to come slowly back to the center. Release, take a little move. Stop it. This time we're bringing the left hand down. We're taking the right hand to the left knee. Big breath in. And exhale to twist. Look over your left shoulder and breathe. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, come slowly back to the center and roll those shoulders. Okay. So we're moving down the body now. We're going to move to the hips. We're going to rest our hands lightly on the legs, on the knees. And we're going to take some little hip rolls. They don't have to be too deep at this stage. We're just starting to feel into those hips, noticing if they're stiff or if we're feeling pretty good today. Noticing if one side might be a little bit more stiff than the other. And then we're going to change direction. And slowly come back to center and send your right leg out. And we're going to stay with the hips, a slightly stronger posture now. We're going to do our flamingo pose. So we're going to bring left foot over the right, so just above the knee really. And that might be enough of a hip opener for you on that left side. And if so, you could just perhaps rest your hand on the knee. Don't push it down, don't force anything, but just a tiny little bit of weight, depending on how that feels for you. That might be enough. If you want to press a little harder, and again, take it nice and slowly and see how far you want to go, you can start to bend the right knee in towards the body, almost taking your hand behind that leg, really kind of starting to open up that left leg that's bent. It kind of gets you ready to do lotus pose. The more you do this, the more flexibility you'll have. But remember, there shouldn't be any pain. If there is, gently ease out. But if you're in your maximum position, whatever that looks like, just breathe. And then slowly slide that outstretched leg out. Release your left, give everything a little wobble. And over to the other side. So we're going to bend the right knee now, place the foot just above the knee. Sit nice and tall in the spine. Again, if that's enough, if that feels quite strong on that right hip, fine, stay there. It's absolutely fine. Again, you can just slightly weigh the knee down if you want to. Otherwise, start to bend the left knee. Again, you can start to almost pull it towards you nice and slowly, bit by bit, feeling into that hip. Does it feel good? Can you go any further without strain or force? And again, one side might be more flexible than the other. That's quite common, especially for us women and everything we have to get through. And then slowly slide that outstretched leg out. Release both, give everything a little wobble. Well done. Last one on the hips now, we're going to go into Bhadrasana. So we're going to bring the soles of our feet together. We're going to hold the feet if we can, or if that's not available to you, make a diamond shape with those legs. Wherever you are, sit nice and tall. And just take some breath. And as always, you can butterfly the knees if that feels good for you, or you can just stay in a static pose. Whatever's right for you tonight is absolutely fine. We don't all have to look the same. And then from here, we're going to take the legs over to one side, and we're going to come into our tabletop. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, tops of the feet on the floor. You might want to take a little move from side to side. That you should really feel that in the hips now. We've started to warm those up. Notice how they're feeling. Come back to stillness, and we're going to move through a cat-cow. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, drop the belly, raise the tail, look up at the ceiling. And then exhale to round the spine, chin to the chest. Inhale, come back through. And exhale to round. Again, come through. And exhale to round. And then we're going to come back to tabletop very briefly. We're going to start to tuck your toes under, take a big breath in. And we're going to come up into and down dog. So the arms and legs are nice and straight. The head hangs low, we're pointing towards the knees. If you want to, you can pedal the feet a little bit to try and warm up those calf muscles if you need to, or you can stay in a static pose, that's absolutely fine. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, we're going to raise up the right leg. It could be a little, it could be a lot, into three-legged dog, just bringing that left foot towards the floor. Then we're going to start to bend the right knee, bring it under the chest, step the foot up to the right hand, and then just try and plant that left foot down if we can. We're not bending the knee tonight. As when you're ready, we're going to inhale up into our high lunge. We're going to straighten those hands and then just start to lean forward into that right knee, into that high lunge. Keep breathing. And then as we exhale, slowly bring the hands back down to the mat, nice and gently, so we don't lose our balance or fall over. When you're ready to breathe in again, step the right foot back, downward dog, head nice and low, keep breathing. When you're ready to inhale, we're going to raise the left leg this time, three-legged dog, start to bring that right foot a little bit closer to the mat. Bend the left knee, step the left foot up to the left hand, and then just start to position that right foot ready down to the mat, or as close to the mat as you can. Nice and slowly start to raise up and send the arms up nice and tall. Can be a bit wobbly, so don't worry if it is, just take it nice and slow, and then bend the left knee over that front foot. As you exhale, start to bring the hands back down to the mat once again, nice and slowly. And inhale to bring the foot back to down dog, normal breaths. This time as you inhale, we're going to walk both feet or step both feet up to the hands. Then we're going to exhale down into a forward fold. You can have a nice bend of the knee here, let everything flop down to the earth. Release here. You can close your eyes for a moment if you want to. Just imagine just letting go of anything on your mind. Letting go of whatever's happened this week. And then as you inhale, we're going to come into a halfway lift, so the head looks forward, the back is straight. And then we're going to exhale back to your fold, head to the knees. We're going to inhale, bring the hands out to the sides, come up into prayer, stretch, stretch, stretch. And exhale to bring the hands to the heart. Relax for a moment. If you want to grab a sip of drink, you can. And then we're going to go into a bit of a warrior flow. So we're going to take a nice wide leg now. So just check your heels are roughly in line with one another, and if not, make the necessary adjustments. And then we're going to turn the toes out of the right foot, so the feet are at a right angle. Inhale, bring the hands up and over to shoulder height, and then look at the fingers on your right hand. Take a nice big breath in, and as you exhale, start to bend the right knee over that right foot into warrior two. Just check that it is over the foot, it hasn't sort of bent inwards. Breathing normally here, making sure that back arm is high, that back foot is pressing into the mat like a strong warrior. And then as we inhale, we're going to drop the left hand down the thigh, the right hand comes up, or you can do a slight bend if you want to. We're going to exhale to bring the right elbow down. The left hand can either stretch to the ceiling, or you can bring it all the way over into a lovely side stretch, whatever is good for your body tonight. When you're ready to inhale, we'll come back to warrior two. And then we're going to straighten the front leg. Take another breath in. And as we exhale, the right hand is coming down either to the calf, to the ankle, or to the floor. We're looking up at that left hand in triangle, Trikonasana. We're going to inhale to bring the hands to shoulder height. We're going to exhale the hands down. And then we're going to slowly turn our body towards that right foot, towards the top of your mat. We're going to inhale back up, stretch nice and tall. And then as you exhale, we're going to bend that knee over the foot again into warrior one. Keep breathing. We're going to exhale the hands down. We're going to straighten the front leg. Bring the hands gently behind your back. Clasp the hands together, but not tightly. We're not opening the shoulders too much here. Another breath in when you're ready. Keep that leg nice and straight, almost leaning back on it. And then as you exhale, Parvattasana, we're just going to bring the head towards the knee. So move nice and slowly. Don't have to come all the way down. We're going to inhale gently back up. We're going to release. We're going to turn the right toes in. Just take a little shoulder roll or two there. Now, if your feet have moved about a bit, just check again that they are roughly in line, and then we'll do the same flow on the other side. So when you're ready, turn your left toes out this time. Nice big breath in as we cartwheel is the word I'm looking for. The hands up and over. Looking at the fingers this time on the left hand. Nice big breath in. Exhale, bend the left knee over the left foot, warrior two. Back arm is nice and high. As we inhale, drop the right hand down, raise up the left hand or slightly back bend. Exhale, the left elbow down the thigh, the right hand comes up or all the way over in that lovely side stretch. Inhale slowly back to warrior two, nice and strong. And then straighten the front leg, take another breath in. And exhale the left hand down, looking up at the right hand, Trikonasana. Inhale when you're ready, back to shoulder height. Exhale the hands down, and then turn the body slowly towards the left foot, top of the mat. Inhale the hands back up, stretch to the ceiling, and then exhale that front knee over the front foot into warrior one. Bring the hands slowly down, straighten up the front leg as you inhale, bring the hands behind you, clasp the fingers. And then as you exhale, very slowly, start to bring the head towards the knee, Parvattasana. Inhale gently back up, release the hands, turn your left toes forward, keep the wide leg. And then we're just going to gently turn the toes out on both feet as if they're pointing to the corners of your mat. Take a nice big breath in, stretch nice and tall, and then soften the knees a little bit and exhale into a wide leg forward fold. And again, just let everything flop down and release here, normal breaths. And then very slowly, we're going to start to unfold to standing, bringing the head and neck up at the last minute, maybe taking a nice big shoulder roll at the top. And then we're going to turn both feet towards the top of the mat. So whichever side is good for you is absolutely fine. And what we're going to do is going to inhale. We're going to bring the hands up and do this very slowly in little increments. We're going to start on the left foot. And we're going to start to reach the hands forward. And we're going to start to raise up the right foot. It may be that we only come up a bit today, and that is fine, but we're going into warrior three. So keep breathing, don't fall over. Do whatever's right for you. And then gently start to bring the hands back up as you bring the right foot down, stretch to the ceiling. Hands all the way down. And then take your wide foot again, turn the toes slightly out. On the inhale, let's reach up nice and tall. And let's exhale, forward fold. Let everything flop down. Normal breath. As you inhale, we're going to gently unfold to standing, nice and slowly, bringing those shoulders up and over. And then we're going to turn the feet around to the opposite side now, to the other side of the mat. Get yourself nice and comfortable here. We're going to inhale, bring the hands up nice and tall, stretch to the ceiling, and then just start to lean forward on that right leg, starting to come up on the tiptoes of the left. We're going to start by bringing the hands forward and making sure we can balance here. And if we can, you might want to start to lift the other foot. And if you can't lift it too high without falling over, that's fine today. We can always practice. But if you can, we're going to bring the other foot all the way up into warrior three. Keep breathing. And then nice and slowly bring the foot down, bring the hands back up and stretch. And exhale all the way down. Well done. Take a little move. And then bring your feet about hip width apart. Another breath in when you're ready. Let's stretch to the ceiling. Let's exhale to your forward, head to the knees. Going to bring the hands down to your mat. Step back into your downward dog. Teasing the heels down a little now to the floor. And then gently bring the knees down. We can come into Vajrasana if your knees feel good. If not, just sit on the bottom. And then from here, we're going to go down onto our mat. Okay, so you can get there however you want to, nice and slowly, all the way down onto your back. Keeping the knees bent, feet together. We're going to send our hands out at shoulder height, making a bit of a T shape. If you're short on space in your room, you could just make little cactus arms instead, that's fine. So do whatever you've got space for. Just feel like I've got space here for this. And we're going to do Supta Vikrasana, our final twist of that spine. So we've really worked the spine, the legs and the arms today, really. When you're ready, take a big breath in. As you exhale, send your knees to the right, but your head to the left, and hold your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, bring everything back to the center. Exhale, knees to the left, head to your right, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back. And exhale over. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And exhale. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. We're going to do one more on either side. And exhale. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And exhale. 3, 2, 1. And then inhale to come slowly back. And you can take your knees into your chest, give them a cuddle. And if you want to, you can rock a little bit from side to side. That should feel quite nice at this point, hopefully. Or you would even draw some circles with the knees, giving yourself a little massage. There's some quite challenging postures today, so hopefully this will feel quite nice at this point. And you can send the legs out long, bring the hands overhead. Just give everything a really good stretch as if you're on a rack. So really point the toes, really stretch the fingertips. Just sort of hold your breath in and stretch. And then just slowly relax. And from here, we're going to move into our Shavasana. So if you have any tenderness in your spine, bring your feet wide and just let the knees knock together, and then you can just relax your hands. If you're feeling pretty good, you can send the legs out long, just let them flop to the sides of your mat and rest your hands out or on your belly, whatever is going to give you the most comfort today. So take a moment to get your little comfy spot. If you want to take a quick drink, now's the time. If you want to grab a cushion or some warmer clothing or a blanket, then now is the time to do all of that. And just, as I say, find that comfy spot on the mat, move around a little, shuffle the hips down so your spine isn't arched, it can melt down into your mat. And just allow those shoulders to really sink down to the earth. And when you're nice and comfortable, and when you're ready, you can allow your eyes to close. Soften your forehead, relax the jaw, and start to release everything down into your mat. Noticing how you feel now compared to how you felt half an hour ago. continuing to let go of those thoughts as they arise, imagining that they are just floating away from you with every exhalation. Each one of your toes are now relaxed. The tops of your feet and the soles of your feet are relaxed. The heels and the ankles are relaxed. The lower legs, the knees, and the upper legs are relaxed. Both of your legs are completely relaxed. Your hips and your pelvis are relaxed, and your spine is relaxed vertebrae by vertebrae into your mat. Your stomach is relaxed. Your rib cage is relaxed. Your chest and your collarbones are relaxed. The whole of your abdomen is relaxed. Each of your fingers are now relaxed. The palms of your hands and the tops of your hands are relaxed. The wrists and the lower arms are relaxed. The elbows and the upper arms are relaxed. Both of your arms are completely relaxed. Your shoulders are relaxed into your mat. Your neck and jaw are relaxed. Your chin and mouth are relaxed. Your eyes and nose and all of the muscles in your face are relaxed. Your forehead and the crown of your head are relaxed. The whole of your body is relaxed into your mat. So for the next minute, continue to let go of your thoughts and enjoy your Shavasana. As ever, you are more than welcome to stay where you are and enjoy a much longer relaxation so that your nervous system can relax a little. But if you do wish to return, keeping your eyes closed when you're ready, you can move onto your side and just take some big, deep breaths. And nice and slowly, keeping those eyes closed, you can slowly push yourself up into a seated position. And whenever you get there, You can sit nice and tall in the spine. Bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Relax your shoulders, relax your elbows. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, bring your chin down to your chest and then gently start to blink the eyes open, letting the light back in. And when you're ready, you can return to the center. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I hope that was okay for you. I hope you're feeling a bit flexible now. Have a lovely weekend and see you next week. Thank you. Bye. Bye.